And Roosevelt will probably join. He was AFK for like 20 minutes or so. He'll be back in like probably 5 or 10. Okay.
So we got a flag that's part blue and part white, and that's got a red stripe along the bottom.
That looks so familiar, yet I'm not remembering what flag that is.
And it's someplace really hot.
I feel like I should know that flag.
And look at that shit. That is hot. With some kind of depressing looking apartment block. I do not like tsunami safety. Oh wow. Okay.
Okay,
That's pretty
so we are
interesting.
near the ocean.
Yes.
Oh wait, is that the Chilean flag actually?
I
That would
think
make
this is
sense.
Chile.
That would make sense. It's Spanish, it's by the coast, and it's dry and it's hot. It's mountainous, and that flag does look familiar.
Well, if we see a CL URL, we now know what that means.
Yes.
I am not an apartment person. Human hives make me feel really stressed out, like they're like people
I do like
pushing in on me.
condos. I do like condos.
So about those results, you guys.
let's not discuss. Did you share yours with anybody else besides the aforementioned?
I showed Ev.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
Yeah, I'd enjoy discussing that, but maybe not
This
in
is
the
on
GeoGuessr.
this is on video, folks.
You do not have to record this every time.
I like to record it every time.
Well, maybe we want to have an adult conversation.
Well, maybe we should just not talk about our Chile Express. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Easy.
Okay.
I mean, we could talk about it. I'll just bleep out all the juicy stuff.
So I can't look at it.
Okay, I have to remember. This is where I'm going to cut the video back. Hopefully I remember that correctly. And
just don't put it on YouTube.
I'm just fucking with you. We'll see how it goes. If it's family friendly, then I'll put it on YouTube.
This isn't family friendly.
It's never family
I will cut out. I will cut out. I will cut out the parts that are not family friendly.
Cough, cough. Sure.
Like the part about.
Yes.
I think a lot of people already know that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think my mom knows that though.
But she's not gonna watch my fucking Geo Guessr YouTube channel, is she?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. No.
She's like, what's this Geo Guessr? Let me have a look on YouTube. Oh my lord!
Is that a good impersonation?
No, my mother is not a Southern belle, but you know.
Iquique.
Is that a town?
Possibly.
Oh look, LOL. Lol.
That's better than last time.
Lol. Yes, we're not going to talk about that town this time. So you said Iquique?
Yeah. Let's try our luck and see if we can find an Iquique. Iquique. All your mics are like across the fucking room from all of you. It sounds horrible.
Mine's not.
I'll try to get it better.
Gonna like fucking, you know.
I got the bleeps ready. There's Iquique on the left. Coastline done. Iquique. Drop a pin and call it a day. GG. Adios.
Nice.
Got him.
I got the same streak basically. Cool. Wow, that was a really short round, Steve, that you edited very nicely. Okay.
Yes, because we didn't talk about how Ev likes the out of inside of her with 3.
I sure do.
You're gonna have to bleep yourself out too.
Only the American Air Force was this accurate with their airstrikes.
Take it in the apartment areas right here.
I'm sorry, that was a touchy joke.
What did you say?
I said if only the American Air Force was this accurate with their airstrikes.
It was
okay, all right. The vehicle came from Stein. That's where it was placed. Anyways, not too bad.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say if you're looking for something that's not as expensive as like international, you should do Emerald Isle. It's so pretty.
Yeah, that is a place that we have discussed before. Although it would be cool to surprise her with a trip to the Californian vineyards.
Yeah, that'd be nice too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be ironic if Ev is in New York City and I'm in like somewhere in California
Well,
at the same
I'm
time?
gonna be visiting my family between the 15th and 22nd up in Washington in August. But other than
Yawn.
that, I'll be
I'm a dick.
Look at
and
that
and
sign there.
and I'll be going to
That's
Vancouver.
Building supplies.
We decided not to go
hardware,
to
plumbing.
Europe.
Centers.
You're
Look
not
at the way
going to
centers
New Jersey or
built.
New York?
No, I can't with everything going on, you know.
Yeah, I completely
Yeah.
understand. We
So
don't
I
have to go into
don't think this
detail.
is Europe. Just
I
got a
don't
feeling.
think this is the United States because the center's being spelled the way it is.
Could be
So I think maybe
not
Canada.
England. Not England. Could be
Not
Canada.
England. No, this is not England.
Well, yeah, because they're driving on this and that and all the.
Oh,
Like just the surrounding.
But yeah, I
Like-
hope it was just light conversation, but I hope she goes through with that and I get to do another surprise trip thingy thing. I mean, Iceland is a
Yeah.
possibility because we're thinking of
wait,
about
that
a week, maybe a week or more. So we could totally pull off Iceland in a
State
week.
Farm. Where is it?
That's
Kevin
a
Berg. Biz.
dot biz.
.bic.
Just means business.
Okay. Look to the left.
State Farm is a North American.
Zoom in on that. North American. Okay. Further to the
I'm
right,
gonna
like the small
guess
sign.
Canada.
The small sign to the right there. Nothing. Okay, never mind.
I'm gonna guess Canada somewhere.
All right. Yeah, I mean it's absolutely 100% not Europe.
So wait, we're just going based on how they spelled the word center.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense actually.
And State Farm being,
I think we've done
tree.
worse than that, Steve.
What do you mean we've done worse than that? Like, oh, we've gone on less information, you mean?
Yes.
Well, I mean, so far the roads in Russia have gotten me the correct answer every single time because of the amount of fucking potholes they have. So,
You don't want to drive your Maserati sports car there, huh?
no. That's why no one has sports cars there.
In the big cities, I seem to recall they have quite a few fancy ass cars.
If you go to the vineyards in Napa,
Maybe that's why every other town is filled with
church
tires.
Even looks like American. That's like,
which is beautiful. You can also
yeah, Roosevelt.
go to the Redwoods, which I highly recommend going up to Humboldt County and
Oh,
seeing
I was thinking
Founders
of
Grove and
Yellowstone. I was thinking of Yellowstone as well. Yeah, that reminded me.
do you mean Yellowstone or Yosemite? Yellowstone?
I mean, I know they're
Yellowstone
in different locations, but just speaking of nature in America.
Yeah. Yellowstone is beautiful too. I've been there.
You know,
A lot of
I wouldn't
the
know where to
geysers have
start.
been
I wouldn't know
killed.
where to start.
See, Canada.
Yeah.
fuck yeah. The same ring to it.
Oh, there's a Canadian action figure in Toy Story 4. I won't say too much for no spoilers, but there's a bit of Canadian humor in Toy Story 4.
We just did.
On the wall?
It's not giving us very much information.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
What are some other cool places, guys? Help me brainstorm. Iceland.
I think Emerald Isle. They have this place that's like 20 minutes from there, and it's like an island that you have to take this little ferry out onto. And when you go out there, it's literally nothing but.
I mean, if you're considering going down to Portugal, I'm gonna go down there as well this summer.
Portugal, only because she's been there just like legit a year and a half ago. I probably wouldn't as a surprise trip. But that flight might be within range of a good week trip. I don't want to do something like Asia or like Africa or even South America would be a long flight. Like Western or Central Europe is still within.
Lumber.
I just don't want to make it too extravagant.
Maybe Devon. Alaska, Steve? I've heard
if I was going to do Alaska, I would probably do a whale watching cruise around Alaska. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That's the way to do Alaska.
Yeah.
Some of those whale watching cruises some of them can get extremely luxurious, like really comfortable cabins with like really big windows and like really awesome dining. That can get pretty pricey too.
I mean, I still recommend you to go to the mountains, take a hike. during the during the summertime, when
Thank you for
the
the
really
link.
tall mountains don't have snow on them, and it's like, I don't know, it's
Which, the Alps or?
Yeah, the Alps.
Yeah, that would be epic.
That is super nice.
You know what? I think I would enjoy hiking the Alps more
Canadian
than skiing them.
diabetes.
Because
Really? Does it say Canadian diabetes, or did I read that wrong?
It says Canadian diabetes, yes.
Okay.
Canadian diabetes.
Well, okay.
Is it like diabetes that you only?
Maple syrup.
Yeah, I was gonna say only from maple syrup.
It's a foundation in Canada, in Canada, in Canada.
Candida.
Candida. It's a foundation in Candida.
Thank you for the link, Minnie. I'll take a closer look at that.
Here's the better link. Let me grab
Fancy schmancy with the links. So shed a little light on my ignorance. Remind me, the redwoods are in.
Oh, they're all up and down the coast.
Yosemite Park. Which park though? Which park is the one?
Humboldt County.
My dad was just there like 3 years.
Yosemite has some redwoods too, but they're. When we're done with this, I'll give you some links for some really awesome places.
Tell me the top 4 places in California. That's what I want to hear from you, because I've never been to California. 4? It's always been a place I kind of wanted to see. I wanted to see the state of California, so that's on the table.
Okay, you want to go to Founders Grove in Humboldt County?
Let me interrupt you. Quick question. So if I wanted to do vineyards in California, but also spice up the trip and do something else, where should I go in California to see vineyards and something else, like another destination, like a city
Napa.
or a national? Well, so
you
what's around
go to
Napa? I'm ignorant.
Napa County. Well, Napa, it's like an easy drive to San Francisco from Napa.
Ooh, fuck. That's weird. That's weird that I'm gonna be so close to you.
I mean, I might be out of. You can always schedule it for the week that I'm gone, if that makes you feel better.
I'm joking. I'm just being my paranoid anonymous self.
But San Francisco, you can see some pretty cool shit.
Should I meet with Colt in Iceland? No, sorry, I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
Why not? Probably take you for a ride. There's Muir Woods is also close by, and Muir Beach and Stinson Beach are close to Napa. Muir Woods is an okay redwood grove. I posted some photos from it, but I really do recommend taking the 3 or 4 hour drive up to Humboldt County to see the redwoods there. There's the drive-through tree, and there's the Founders Grove. And
I never realized how widespread they were, the redwoods. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Are they all equally majestic, or some of them like fucking little
some
like
of them are
Weasley ones?
Bigger than others. That's why I'm pushing Founders Grove, because it's got trees that have fallen over that are like 2 stories tall on their.
What kind of family message are you sending people that size matters, Ev? I condone that message. Rose, when are you going to be in Portugal, and why? I'm curious. That's a cool story. Tell me.
No, it's like last time I was there. Remember my friend whose mom has like a super nice apartment up there, down there.
Sweet. So this August you're gonna be there?
Yeah, exactly. 21st to the 28th, I think.
The Alps actually kick into Portugal then?
That I don't know.
Because I thought you were recommending, or you were just recommending Alps in general.
No,
right?
that was a separate thing. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So I was gonna say, I think that it's a little far west. For the Alps.
I mean, if you like, a really cool thing is to go to Venice. Venice, is that the?
Oh yeah, but that's gonna start adding up then. There's a few trips that just will add up. Like going to Venice, Italy is gonna definitely add up.
No, like
especially it's too crowded. It's too crowded in August. Yeah.
Yeah, what I mean is, however, that you can go from Venice up to the what are they called? There's some super nice mountains in Italy there.
That actually sounds like a fucking amazing trip, though. Going to Venice on the off season and then hiking up on the mountains. Oh my god, the Dolomites! Yeah. God, that sounds. Yeah. I have to do that, but not in August, because August it gets way too crowded.
Yeah, my parents were there not too long ago, and they fucking loved it. It is super nice. It doesn't really matter. It's such a huge area, so it doesn't matter if there's a lot of people.
Just drop a pin in Canada. I think Gilbert, Canada, whatever. Yeah. What other trips do you recommend for Europe that are not like too, like skiing in Switzerland too expensive for this one? I want to keep it light and quick and easy.
The Dolomites are pretty cheap, I think.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Sounds.
I mean, if you want to walk in the mountains, you can just straight off say that's going to be a little bit more expensive, but like
That's not too bad, honestly.
It also depends on what you pick and what you consider as expensive.
True. What about Scandinavia? And don't be biased because you live in Sweden. What are some good Scandinavian hit-ups? If I had to go to Scandinavia for a week, what would you recommend in those 3 or 4 countries there?
Honestly, a car trip up by the what is that called? Snake Road.
Which country? Norway or Sweden?
Norway.
I feel like you're gonna be biased and say Sweden.
No,
well, you said Norway, so.
Oh, Norway. Sweet, dude. I feel like Norway would be a cool trip.
The Snake Road in Norway, like Trolls. No, sorry, not the Snake Road. The what do you call it in English? It's the Trolls Road, basically. And it's just the environment is just super nice, and just driving northbound, seeing all those melting glaciers and just.
That sounds kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah.
It does.
And it's just.
I would love to rent a cabin up there in the mountains of Norway, and I feel like that would be somewhat of a cheap trip, like all things considered, relatively compared to other things that you can do in Europe.
If you just drive through, you just rent a car, right? It's going to be super cheap for you.
Yeah.
Turkish Airlines.
And you still see
Turkey.
all that. You cover so much ground. It's just so fucking nice. Just search for Trolls Road.
Trolls Road, okay. I know there's the whole troll culture and stuff. Yeah. Like that. I'm gonna put that on my list of potentials. I wonder if there's like any. I always wanted to do glacier hiking. I plan to do that in Patagonia. I wonder if it was like cheap glacier hiking in Norway. That'd be fucking awesome.
There probably is. I have never actually gone glacier hiking, so I don't know much about that. But yeah,
I took a tour bus and they said that there are like these crevasses in glaciers that you can fall in. If you fall in, no one's ever gonna come to get you out because it's too dangerous.
Oh no, that's dangerous as fuck. No, like that's why you got to do that with like a guide. You can't just like go on a random glacier and just walk around.
If you want to go to Sweden, I'd recommend. I don't know what you guys like, but I like fly fishing northbound is amazing.
Is there a lot of like active life around the Stockholm area? Because if I was gonna go to Sweden, I'd probably go to Stockholm and the surrounding areas.
Referred to active life.
Like any mountains or hiking. I'm ignorant with the geography in the immediate area.
I mean, yeah, of course there is. I mean, you can just drive an hour away from town, basically, and or even less, and you get to like some really nice hiking areas. Like that's the thing. We have a lot of natural. What do you call them?
Go see Roosevelt.
Well, he's going to be in Portugal for August. Aww. Otherwise, I probably would see him. He's one of the few people that I would see. I would probably see Ev. I would probably see Mindy. Definitely.
However,
I would see Rose. Definitely, he's cool.
Something that Stockholm is.
Am I making it weird? I don't need to make it weird. I trust you people.
A very like why you go to Stockholm thing is the archipelago. That is something you really should like. You just rent a boat or something and just go around a little bit in the archipelago. Perhaps
I love boating expeditions. That would be nice.
Yeah, like I think that is something that you would really like to do.
Yeah.
So that's something you really should look into if you come to Sweden.
Oh, dude, you remember that trip where Louis and what's her name? Went on like a fucking like a mountain, and they were just like they're frozen and like I don't know. It sounded like they didn't plan very well.
They had canned food.
Yeah.
King's is like they're basically playing Miscreated in real life.
That's funny.
They actually got matching tattoos. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I used to talk a lot with Louis, but we just totally fell out. But we used to talk a lot.
They broke up. Not Louis and when I.
No, I know. We don't have to get into it, but yeah, I know the stories and things.
Do any of you have tattoos?
I have
Actually,
a tattoo.
I don't. I like them. I just never got one. I never had a reason to significantly get one, but I do like them on people.
I have a. You have one, Mindy?
Yes, I do.
And that's all she's gonna say about it.
I mean, I may or may not have seen it.
Steve has seen it. It's
Norway.
my back.
Oh, sorry, Denmark. I have no idea what to recommend because I don't know. Denmark is Denmark. I just don't know.
No offense to all the Danes that may or may not be watching, but I probably not going to go to Denmark. Just don't have an immediate pull to go there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut, you know. Just don't have a pull to go there at the moment.
But the whole environment, like in Norway, I really like the whole thing with like the Vikings, that kind of environment.
The geography is gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's super nice. I haven't been to the northernest parts. Well, I haven't really seen much of that. So.
And I do like the cold. And New York gets terribly hot in August, so like anywhere that's somewhat colder is a plus in my book.
It is kind of hot in California in August. Not always. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. It kind of depends.
I mean, I'm not averse to traveling in hot places either. If it's I can withstand for a trip. Yeah. Like I was in the Sahara and that shit was hot, but it was a great time. It was dry though. I prefer dry heat over humid heat any day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Heat wise, yes.
Heat wise, yes.
Not the climate.
Yeah, so I don't know.
If you want to go to a really, really relaxing place, Bern. Like it doesn't matter, like whatever anyone says, it's just a super chill and relaxed place.
You should just go to Iceland and then go to those.
The Norwegian spot.
Iceland.
No, you were saying Iceland and then go to.
Well, go to Iceland and like do those like pools or whatever, you know what I'm talking about?
The Blue Lagoon?
The hot springs, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Lagoons. Oh,
that's one of those things you sort of should do. Roosevelt did it. He actually has tips for it.
The 1 week I went to Iceland with my girlfriend, in 10 years, they have one time that they go renovating the whole place and shut it all down. That 1 week was when I was there.
Oh man!
It's like, are you shitting me?
Dude, that reminds me of when I was in Prague. It was the 1 week they closed I think they called the astronomical clock, which honestly I don't give that much of a shit about, but it was like one of the big things that people see in Prague. It's like this ancient like clock with all these gears in it and stuff, and they were renovating it.
It's like, are you shitting me? Bullshit, right?
But it's when I went to Australia, the National Gallery had its main exhibit was American Masters. And you've heard me rant about that shit before, like the bullshit that they had hanging up there. But I got there and I was like, are you fucking shitting me? Really? The best restaurant in Ulaanbaatar. Okay.
Cool. MN. I've been distracted. Where the fuck are we?
Well, I thought we were in Turkey, but Turkey isn't MN.
MN.
But I could have sworn I saw.
I really have not been paying attention to any cues that we've been getting. MN. Huh. What am I missing out on here? MN. Montenegro. Montenegro?
Oh, Montenegro.
What? What'd you say? I
said Montenegro. Why did I pronounce it wrong? Would you like to pronounce that for me, Mindy?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Means Black Mountain. Obviously.
I might have found something that might increase the volume of my mic.
That is better.
Is it called proximity?
No, Synapse.
You know, if you go into your Windows settings, you can just increase the gain of your microphone.
Nope. I cannot.
I mean, it's so far away from your face. That's the problem.
I have already tried that. Thank you. That's why I can't.
Very well. I believe you.
I'm trying to figure out what to do with this chicken tonight, and I have no idea what to do with it. I thought I was making a casserole, but
you can just Make it. You can just sprinkle some fucking oil on it and some adobo and throw it into and just bake it. Done. GG. That tastes amazing and it's super easy. You can also put a little hot sauce. You know what? Actually, I had a couple times someone cooked this thing, either salmon or chicken. If you use Frank's red hot sauce and douse it in it and then bake it with that, it actually creates like this like really awesome like hot crispy paste on it, and it's amazing on chicken. If you mix a little adobo on that and maybe just like a splash of oil of some kind, it will probably come out impeccable as long as you cook through the center, a nice slow roast.
I'll probably have to tenderize it and fillet it down a little bit.
You gotta beat the meat a little bit. I get you.
It's true.
It's a very important part of the process.
I feel like our hearts are not in the Geo Guessr today. Like,
I don't think so. We're talking about all kinds of random shit.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually totally okay with this, just chatting.
Tell you what, after this country, why don't we play a different game or something? You guys want to mix it up? Want to play some Forest together? We can build the base more or do a cave.
I'm just enjoying sitting here talking. I can't really get sucked into any game right now anyways.
Fuck, I might pour a drink or something.
I have to keep an eye out on Duchess.
How is she doing? Poor girl.
She's okay. I think she's just getting old, that's all. I mean, she is old.
Yeah. Her coat of fur is so healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we?
Wow, I was totally
where are we?
wrong.
Mongolia, Mongolia. Oh my lord.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, that's a bust.
Yeah, well, I saw something that said Turkey, but it wasn't.
Let's finish it strong. Okay, we got kilometers, I think. Was that kilometers? No, that was...
Okay. Oi!
Is that a currency? Wait, zoom in on that.
Kuyaba.
Zoom in on that 10. What currency is that? No, it's 10 kilometers an hour. Okay. Oi, mate.
Oi, Kuyaba.
Oi. Cubana. Are we in Cuba? Cubana? Is that what that said?
No, it says Kuyab.
Cuiaba. Cuiabá. Cuiabá.
BR, Brazil.
We are in Brazil.
Brazil.
.br.
Sincon MT. Okay. We are in a city in Brazil.
We always underestimate the size of international cities. You are significantly louder. That's a good thing. Give us a volume check, buddy.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, say something more than one word.
That is perfect.
Ev just wants to hear your voice.
Yeah, Rose.
I'm gonna restart my computer. I'll be right.
Why don't you shower with some silky words? No, yeah. Now I can actually hear him when I'm in like combat, and he's like telling me to take cover or some shit.
He's always like.
I was like, take cover, Steve. They're about to kill you.
Blood.
It's like what? They're about to kill you. What? You know what happened yesterday? My wife came home and I was in VR kneeling and chopping up a dead body in the forest. And I was like, oh, I'm just chopping a dead body. Don't mind me. Just put my VR back on and start chopping some more.
And did that sell her more or less on getting her own VR set?
No, I mean, you know, it's just funny. It is what it is. She knows I play all these survival fucking sadistic ass games. Oh, that's another game she liked. She liked Angry Birds in VR. She enjoyed that one. She played it one time. It's, you know, casual gaming, you know. She can't do like tactical fucking slaying. Mindy was once a woman like that, but then she was opened up Pandora's box, and now here she is. Now here she is, building bases in like 10 different games and killing people.
It all started. I don't even know what game it really started with.
I've been
I feel
a
like
serious gamer.
League is a great gateway drug. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I did start with League.
Hey kids, it's free, and you can be a cartoon character. Next thing you know, you're like fucking hitting your keyboard like you're getting a cocaine fix. Get him! Get him!
Or slamming on my fucking desk. That's the only game that's ever made me rage like that.
I've raged so much. I made my friend in ESO like wear our wizard dress, and I keep yelling at him to heal me. It became a meme. Because I was a DPSer, I would just go and just... It frustrated the hell out of them because I was a vampire, so I had like weakness to fire, but like every fucking enemy used fire. So I was constantly begging to be healed. Jumping into combat. Heal me! And I told you, him and I got like quote unquote married in game because when you both wear the Ring of Mara, you get like double XP, and then we had like a third, we had like a menage a trois, we had like a third person marriage, so we had like a three-way marriage, like three-way the XP.
Nice.
Just me and two other dudes just getting that XP. And it's funny, you have to go in the church, and there's like you go in the church, and there's like all these little like sparkles around you, and you like elevate and spin around when you get and I just kept joking. I'm like, what if your dad walks in? He's like super, conservative and like traditional and shit. He's like, oh, I'm just getting married to my friend in game.
Is this the one that
Elder Scrolls Online?
Like, that he lives in?
That's not Mike now.
He's in Florida
now. Oh my
now.
god!
Wow.
I need to turn him down now.
Sorry, I turned myself down a little bit.
Yeah, if you can turn the gain just a little bit down, it'll be perfect because now it's giving your voice a little bit of distortion, a little bit lower, a little bit more.
It's getting better, just a little bit more.
That way you'll still keep the smoothness of the voice and less gain.
Is that better?
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Should I decrease it a little bit more?
No, it's good.
No. Bring it down a teeny bit more. Bring it down a teeny bit more to give us a little more control over the volume.
Is that good?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's really good. Wow. I can hear your voice. I can hear you speaking.
So charming, right?
Yes, word.
Do the kinky growl.
What?
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, you can really do it now.
El Salvador, go up. What did that say on the sign?
Oh, hey, Teddy did the test in memes.
Teddy did the test. I don't give a shit what his results are.
We're in Brazil.
I don't even know him that well. He's a cool guy. Don't get me wrong. He's cool and I trust him, but I don't need to know what gets him off.
I don't trust a man until I know it.
What did you say? What did you say?
No, Teddy did the test. He did the test.
Wait, look to the left.
Let me pull it up with my phone so this isn't broadcast.
Wait, to the right. No, look on the truck again. Look on the bus.
Let's see. There. Teddy's test.
Cuiabá. Sorry. Does that mean anything to you guys? Does that like?
Yeah, that's the second time I've seen Cuiabá.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, does that kind of?
Well, let's see if there's a town called Cuiabá in Brazil. I guess.
That would be a big ass town.
Cuiabá sounds really familiar. I feel like I've been to a restaurant called Cuiabá.
Okay.
It's probably like based on like the cuisine.
Is that what try to translate that?
That's ass deep in the Amazon. What are you doing, woman? Get out of there.
I don't.
I tell you this every game. That is the basin. There's no like cities in there. It's all just like undiscovered tribes and like ruins and just pure forest that eats everything. Just pure jungle that eats everything up.
Does this look like the jungle and that it's eaten everything? I'd say no.
The basin. I'm talking about the basin, dude. There are so many species that have never been discovered that are like literally dying in there every day.
Which is super
Cuiabá.
sad.
Finished. Click it. Click it and dick it.
That was pretty good. 341 meters.
And that's another peso in the bank, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on Kink and Shame.
Yeah, I
don't. Shame.
That's the name of that's the name of the series.
You should name the video.
Look at that one fuck up. Turkey all the way to fucking Mongolia.
It's such. Yeah, that was my fault.